pretty crap weather, isn't it? Now in the UK we've just had the beauty that was Storm Eunice, which is exactly the reason I've got a fence panel in my garage. But in the last couple of weeks it's been pretty naff weather. We've had those really nasty winter, salty, grimy roads, and now we are finally coming to the end of the joy that we've had in the last year and a half of the C word that we will not mention. It means that my work have said to me that I need to start commuting into the office again. I know, boo-hoo, poor me, feel sorry for me. Being so, it's probably about time that I coat this, my lovely Super Adventure, in rust protectant. Not gonna lie to you, I haven't actually protected this one at all, other than my usual sort of spray on detailers and stuff. But now I'm going to be regularly riding in all sorts of weathers and not able to clean it every single time I get home. It's probably time I get doing it. Now if you're a long-term viewer of the channel, you'll know that I used to rust protect and essentially protect everything on my old bike, my Yamaha Tracer 700. On my Tracer I used to use ACF 50 quite a lot. It wasn't too bad, it did most of the job, but I still found little rust spots. Then I stumbled across Bennett's video. Bennett's did a video last year, I think it was, where they got small panels of metal, covered them in rust blockers and any myths or any sort of urban legends of rust protection in this sort of motorbike market. Then over the course of 7 months they sprayed like a saltwater solution on them to see which one works best. ACF 50 did quite a good job, but it didn't do an amazing job. The one that actually came out top is XCP Professional's Rust Blocker Clear Coat. Now when it comes to plastics on a bike, I tend to use like a quick detailer spray or something that's gonna help with just a general protector. If this is the first time watching my channel, you may not know, I've recently fitted Denali S4 light pods to my bike. I bought them through Steve at ABikeThing. Now I only tend to recommend a company or a product if I think it's actually worthwhile using or the company's worthwhile dealing with. I will happily recommend that kind of product or person without any form of payment, any form of give me free stuff. If I think it's good and I think it's worthwhile you guys using, then why do I need payment for it? I mean, it's always nice, I'm not gonna lie. But Steve at ABikeThing helped me through the whole process of buying, fitting and everything on the bikes, recommended what I should do with them and everything. So obviously I shouted him out at the end of my video. In the post a couple of weeks later, not only did I get a hat with an LED light in it, which is going to be really useful, he sent me this. It's a Ceramic Pro cleaner and a Care Plus. Steve did a video on this on his channel, which I'll put a link in the description. But this stuff is like a proper full sort of force ceramic coating. Ceramic coating your bike is just going to give it that level of protection that you just can't get elsewhere from out of the bottle kind of spray things from Halvarssons or wherever you want to go. Thank you very much, Steve. I really do appreciate it if you're watching this. Instead of using my generic quick detailing sprays and stuff like that, I'm going to give this a go. I don't know if you guys can see this because I've got a big light there. So I've got the cleaner here. I don't know if you can see that, and it gives you a little thing down the bottom here saying this is stage 1 of 3. The idea with this is you clean the bike first and then you prep it with that. That's just to get rid of all the tar and all the crap on there. And then you get this, which is Care Plus. That is stage 2 and 3, which is the actual ceramic sort of coating itself. So in this video, I'm going to be XCP rust blocking all of the metals, and I'm going to be ceramic coating all of the plastics. First stages of doing this, clean the bike. Now to clean it properly, I'm going to take off all of the accessories. So I've got a headlight guard, I've got a sump guard, I've got a top box on the bike and all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to get all of those off. As before, with the rust blocker, I'm going to use my air compressor and like a detailing spray gun kind of thing, or a paint gun. This is a Clark spray gun, which was 40 quid on Amazon, I think it was. And that's a Parker brand air compressor. Just a side note, I am going to be ceramic coating all these things that I'm taking off, but I'm going to do that separately. The reason for that is because this headlight's not going to get protected if I leave everything on. It's just going to be the outer layer. I want to coat absolutely everything. I think that's everything. Right, sorry if you can hear rain. It's raining. And it has been for the last like 2 hours. Both bikes are clean. I started cleaning my bike, and Emma's bike looked quite sorry for itself. She's been commuting this entire time, so I gave it a really good clean. I'm going to give that a coating of XCP. Both bikes have had a rinse, a pre-wash, a covering in muck off, snow foam, degreaser, a contact wash, chains and wheels and everything have been scrubbed. Then they got snow foamed again, then muck offed again, then towel dried, then dried with the Brawl bike dryer, which I will put in a picture somewhere here. Another different towel dried again. I think the technical term and what detailers would use is pretty clean, mate. So I think what I'm going to do first is the XCP metal rust blocker. The reason for that is it takes a little bit more effort to do. It's quite, I don't know, there's more chance of getting it on the panels. XCP, just leave overnight, should be fine. I think it sort of goes hard in about 24 hours. The Ceramic Pro takes 4 hours minimum. If you can leave it overnight, even better. First port of call, and the most important bit, is you need to get a load of rags or towels or whatever and cover up any riding surface, any braking surface, and anything you touch. I will have the door open, I will have my ventilator on. I'll probably put you on another time lapse to save boring you too much. Hey, who doesn't like the sound of more rain? So that is XCP rust blocker on. The thing I love about XCP, more than anything, you get like an incredible finish. It almost looks like the bike's just been painted. I'll show you in a second. But also, there's so much left in the bottle. I've done my Tracer twice, and then I've done the Super Adventure and Emma's NC750 this time. There's still loads left in here. So I'm sitting about here, and I've done 4 bikes essentially. Let's show you what I mean now. Remember, the plastics haven't been done yet, they haven't been touched. It's just the metal. And the best thing, look how shiny the exhaust is. And then the NC, just so you can see it. I mean, how good does that look? It just looks so good. It literally looks like they've just been painted. This is going to be quite a long video, sorry. Obviously on my bike, the plastics are matte finish anyway. I'm hoping it kind of leaves that same matte finish on them, which I believe it does. I'm actually getting quite chilly, so I might... Oh no, I'm going to have to put on my BikeThing hat with the LED light in it. Oh, what a shame. Oh no, I can't see in front of me. Let me just turn my light on. I'm going to take this on a trip that I've got coming up, and I'm actually quite excited because I'm going to be able to walk around the campsites and everything with a light, and everyone else is going to be jealous. Right, let's get to it. Again, sorry for this noise. The rain is going absolutely insane, and I've got a metal roof on this garage, so a bit annoying. First port of call is the Ceramic Pro cleaner. Now on the back it literally just says spray on, then wipe off with a microfiber cloth. All this will do is take off any pre-existing covers, any pre-existing waxes or anything like that. I've got the cleanest microfiber cloth I could find, so I'm just going to do that first and then we will get into it. One point to note, I've taken off the seat as well, just so I can get right down to the bottom. Now this is very much a chemical, it smells quite chemically. I mean, that basically smells like I've just sprayed high strength kitchen cleaner or something like that on my bike. It's obviously safe on paint. Cool, that rain's going mad. Probably don't need as much as I'm using, to be fair. I don't know whether this is because I'm in the garage, but this is like the loudest rain I've ever heard in my life. It looks so clean. To be honest as well, I don't think I need anywhere near this amount of cleaner. I am going to do the wheels as well. I'll bring you back in a minute because this rain is getting ridiculous. That's done. The rain has finally calmed down a little bit. It's still raining, but if either there was music over that or you could hear nothing but just typhoon just decided to descend upon my garage. So I've gone over both bikes with the Ceramic Pro cleaner. Next port of call is this. Now the idea behind a ceramic coating is it just sort of like essentially puts a layer over the top of your paint or everything. Think of it like a clear coat that you get on your car. It protects against a lot of the grime and stuff sticking to the surface. It should be a lot quicker to clean the bike afterwards as well because everything just runs off. This is quite similar to a lot of applications and waxes and things like that. You spray it on, buff it off immediately until it's dry, and then once that's done you use a different clean, a microfiber cloth, essentially take off any excess residue. We'll buff immediately. God, that's a strong smell. Oh, excuse me. Wow, that's actually come out really nice. That's basically given it like a high gloss finish, but it still looks matte. And then we're just going to use the other microfiber to just take off any excess just on this bit. I'm obviously going to do the rest of it down the sides and stuff in a second. Bearing in mind this is a matte bike. That's come up really nicely. So pretty. I genuinely cannot explain how clean this looks. It literally looks like it's fresher than factory. Because it is a spray bottle, you need to be careful you don't overspray onto anything else. You can use the slightly damp microfiber cloth just to make sure you get everything off. I mean, the sensible option for this would have been to start at the top and work down, but I'm a moron, so, you know, it's probably worth wearing a mask or something, but I put worse things into my system than this, so, you know. It's so pretty. I mean, it's not pretty, is it? Let's be honest, but oh, they even put a little bit of coating on the Dainese. Same thing as the XCP, keep this away from your tyres, away from your brakes or anything like that. This is literally the cleanest my bike's ever going to be, isn't it? Look, it's so shiny. So I just need to do the wheels, then I will do Emma's bike, and then we are done. I'll bring you back afterwards because this is probably quite boring, isn't it? Right, I'm done. It is 7:30 at night, so I've been going for a solid 3 hours probably, but I'm finally done. Both bikes look insanely good. I think this is genuinely going to be the cleanest my bike's ever going to be. Now I'm going to leave both bikes here just for the time being to cure. I don't want to be moving around. It's still raining outside, so I don't want to add any potential sort of smearing or anything like that. I've posted this all over my Instagram, obviously. Put a link here. If you're interested or you've got Instagram, give me a follow. Steve pinged me a message from ABikeThing. He's seen my stories. He said make sure you clean out these. You don't want the ceramic coating going off in the tube, meaning this spray is completely redundant. So I've just squirted all of that out back into the bottle, and then I'm just going to run some water through it just to make sure it's nice and clear. I do exactly the same thing with my paint sprayer for the XCP. This Care Plus, it's about here. Like, I've got all of that still to go. It's literally 2 bikes completely coated, and I've used not even like a fifth of a bottle. So I'm really happy about that. Obviously I've still got to put my headlight guard back on, I've still got to put my sump guard back on, and my top box and Emma's top box. So they've all got to go back on, but I'm going to leave those completely off until tomorrow. I'm chuffed, really happy. Once again, thank you to Steve from ABikeThing. You didn't need to send those across, so I'm so grateful, so grateful. If you're interested in anything Denali, anything SW Motec, anything Ceramic Pro, give Steve's website a visit. The thing I really like about it is that if it says it's in stock on the website, he's actually got it, rather than all these websites going, yeah, we've got loads in stock, and then it's a 3-month waiting list. Thank you very much for joining me. I will leave a little bit of sort of B-roll type of stuff at the end, which is just going to be me doing this really slowly with the camera, holding my breath so I don't go And I will see you in next week's video. I think I've got a bike review going up next week. Not sure which one though.